Welcome everyone, I'm Rob C. Hinds and welcome to another Freebie Friday. Now this Freebie Friday I'm going to be talking about something which I get so many emails about and so many messages about, and it's about staying focused. Now staying focused is not a very easy thing to do. We've got so many things now which are around us which are taking away our focus. We've got, before it used to just be a mobile phone and text messaging. But now on that same phone, we've got text messaging, we've got Viber, we've got WhatsApp, we've got Google+, we've got LinkedIn. So we've got all of these different notifications coming through. We've got all the different ways of people being able to communicate, and all of that rolled in together takes away people's attention. And if it takes away your attention, then it's going to take away your focus. So you've really got to try to develop, how are you going to stay focused? Now I'm just going to let you know what it is that I do. Sometimes some of the things which I talk about, all of them come from experience. If you're going to adapt them into your life, you may need to tweak some parts of it because it may not work exactly the same way as it works for me, as it works for you. But it can definitely help you along the way. Definitely use the roots of what it is that I do to be able to help you with how you're going to be doing things. So what I make sure that I do is, if I'm going to first determine what it is that I want to achieve, whether I'm working on a presentation, whether I'm working on and my next public talk, whether I'm just working on some work that needs a lot of focused attention. Determine what it is that you want to do, and then I like to work in blocks of 45 minutes. So I will work for 45 minutes on a project, on a particular subject point. Then I will take a 15-minute break, and then I will have another 45-minute block of work. Now, for me to be able to do this accurately, I do need a way of being able to measure that 45 minutes. And I use this. This is my sand timer. This is such a valuable piece of equipment what I have in my office. It's a fantastic thing because this is a sand timer which is set for 45 minutes. Now, another thing I will do is I will turn everything else off. So if I'm working on my laptop or my computer, I will make sure that I've got only the programs that I need to have on. So I won't have Facebook on, I won't have Twitter on, I won't have anything that can become a distraction. Just make sure that you turn it off. Make sure that you're going to be undisturbed. So if you're working at home, do talk to the people who are in the house, maybe it's flatmates, maybe it's family, and tell them that you don't want to be disturbed. They've got to act as if you're not here. So make sure you can try to cut down as many external interruptions as you can. Then as you start to commence the work, you've really got to start to clear your mind. So maybe just sit quietly for 5 minutes before you actually do the work. And that's going to help for you to start to calm your mind down. And when you start to be able to calm your mind down, then you can work so much more effectively. So do try a few of those things. Do try to remember, if you can get a sand timer, then get yourself a sand timer. That's really good because that means I'm not always looking at my watch. I'm not always looking at the clock on the computer screen. I'm just letting the sand run out. Make sure that you're not going to be disturbed by any other programs. Turn your phone off. Turn all the other programs off. Make sure the people around you, they're not going to be coming to disturb you. And then as you then start to focus on the piece of work that you're doing, it may take you 5 or 10 minutes to get into the rhythm of what it is that you're doing. So if you imagine the 45 minutes minus the 10 to 15 minutes it may take you to get into it, it's only going to really be 30 minutes of actual work that you're doing. But it's that 30 minutes which you can be really productive within. Now, if you are working at home, or if you're an entrepreneur, if you work during the daytimes, then try to schedule in quite a few of these 45-minute time slots. If you're working full time and maybe you've only got the time available to you in the mornings and in the evenings, then at least try to get 2 of these slots in each day. Whether it's one before you start your work, maybe one after, or maybe try and get 2 of them in the evening. But if you can get 2 of those 45-minute slots in a day, then that's 1.5 hours of work a day focused on what it is that that project is. Then that's going to be great for you to see and get results. Now, the other key thing is to make sure that you're doing it consistently. Anything that you want out of life, you have to make sure that you're doing it consistently, because doing it once and then not doing it again for another 2 days is not going to have any effect. So if you can consistently do that for maybe 6 days a week, give yourself a day off, then you're going to really start to see results. And as you start to become focused on one thing, you will then start to see that focused attention starts to apply to other things in your life. But you've really got to work at it, because becoming focused is not something which is just going to come to you. You have to be specific with what it is that you want, and then you have to walk towards it. So do really try to get that under the belt. Once you get that focused attention under your belt, you're going to be able to focus in so many other things, and it's going to become a very, very valuable skill to you to apply to other things, which are going to help you to go towards your dreams, towards your ambitions. Okay, well, I hope that cleared up how to get some focused attention. And 3 things to say to you, as per usual: keep reading, keep studying, and above all, keep growing. I'll see you next week on Freebie Friday. I'm Rob C. Hinds.